Oh, hey, it's been a little while since we've last talked, but there's a big ARK update that just dropped, and we're going to be checking it out here today. Yeah, the much-anticipated 5.5 update has finally dropped only a couple days after ARK's actual birthday, and this is supposed to be the celebratory update, and you know what? Wildcard is the kind of company that would show up late to their own birthday party. Like, it's... it's so stupid. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be checking out some of the new structures first, and yeah, apparently we have some new dino behavior, which I'm very excited to check out. Hopefully I can capture some of it on camera, but yeah, drop a like, and soon enough we'll have Ragnarok and a proper series going, don't you worry. Anyway, so yeah, on to the structures. So one of the new structures that we have is the half railing, which is, of course, attached to the full railing if you're looking to actually craft some of them, so they cost the exact same as this, except they're a lot smaller. So not such a great bargain right there, but yeah, this is a piece that has truly been missing. We needed this. We needed this when ASA dropped. I remember, like, we made our very first house in ASA, and immediately I was like, we need this. And now we have it, which is great, because how many times have I had to, like, overlap railings just because I needed to be, like, three of these basically in a row? And yeah, you can overlap structures like that and everything, but it's nice to actually have the structure in like this. And I guess on top of that, if you really wanted to, if you wanted to have more of like these little vertical kind of things coming down right here, you could actually just use the half ones like this, and yeah, you'd have more of those. But anyway, one thing that I'm actually really excited to check out is the wood version. So yeah, I guess if you really wanted to as well. Let's see, how do I do this? It's been a while since I played ARK. I feel like I'm all over the place here. I've been playing some other games, so the controls are all very strange for me. But yeah, if you kind of wanted to have these as like a window in your house or something, you could do something like this and then pop a wall right there. Obviously, it looks terrible, but if you had them all like the same structure style, I feel like that might look pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. Really, really cool. Obviously super useful for like balconies and stuff, and we can find tons of uses for them just in general. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing, which is the pillars. We've got 4 new types of pillars. So obviously we've got the half pillar, and then we've got the half thin pillar, and then what else have we got? We've got the, let's see, let's try and maybe, can I face it outwards? Can I get it to face outwards? If I put one there, I can put one right there. Awesome. We've got the half beam, and then we've got the thin version of that as well right here. I really like these ones, mainly because I feel like you could just poke these out of your buildings and then add like a little like roof going around them or something. I don't know. I really like these. Like this one especially is going to be super useful. I don't really know how much I'm going to end up using this, but I guess what you could do if you really wanted to is you could actually put like a normal pillar like that, like, or the half normal size pillar, and then the thin one to kind of create like a little outing thing coming from your building. I don't know. I could see tons of possibilities for this. Honestly, I can't wait to get into Ragnarok to actually take advantage of this stuff. And yeah, let me get rid of the rain. We've been dealing with too much of that in real life recently. That's the command right there. And boom, look at that. Clean, beautiful sky. So yeah, lots of new pillar variants, which is very much appreciated as well. And obviously I'm showing you these in stone, but they also exist in every other type of material, along with all of the different kind of like frontier and wasteland skin sets. You can apply them to all of these as well. I might actually do that with frontier pretty soon. These definitely will look really cool in frontier style. So another thing that I'm super excited about is the shallow sloped wall, which is attached to the normal sloped wall. And this may not look like very much to you, but I can tell you this right now. We finally have a way to actually snap on and not have gaps with our ramps, because a lot of people like to use the ramps instead of actual roofs as their roofs. This right here is the piece that we needed to make that happen. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. Like, here's, just for example, here's what I used to kind of do. So let's see, I need to kind of do that. So if I was going to use the ramps as my actual roof, I would always have to like add some pillars in here, and it wouldn't completely like close up the gap right there or anything. So yeah, just having this piece finally, we just needed it. We truly did. So yeah, that's super, super appreciated. We've also got a couple other variants of the roofs right here. So obviously these 4 are the normal 4. Then we have the quarter roof, which is just like a quarter style of the normal size, like 45 degrees style roof. And then we also have, what is it right here? The quarter ramp. So let's actually remove this, and then let's add some of those onto this guy. So I guess if you wanted to, you could just do these instead of having like a bunch of normal ramps. And you could have this on like the outside of your building or something. I don't know. We're going to build like something here in a minute just to show it all off. But then we've also got the quarter of, let's see, right there, of the stairs. So yeah, really, really cool. We needed a lot of these types of structures, and it's again, super nice to actually have them in here. And then, of course, we also have a corner style for the ramps as well, which is pretty similar to this other version that we've had since launch. Obviously, that is such a steep angle. Like, just this angle right here, so much nicer for a roof, honestly. I much prefer this. I'll probably stop using roofs altogether and just start using the ramps, because they may not look as good in terms of, like, the design, but the shape of them, so much better. I really like this. Anyway, real quick, let me just put together a little cool house, and yeah, we'll just check it out and see how all this kind of stuff fits together. All right, so I just took a quick stab at making a log-style cabin-type building, and I have to say, so far, it's just so much better. Like, having all these extra little bits makes it just miles better. I mean, we could already do this before, but doing, like, this kind of having it come out into the corner over here, it was possible. It was just kind of finicky and difficult and annoying to do. I do have to say, these new structures don't come without their issues. Unfortunately, you know, you are able to snap, like, railings onto the pre-existing ones, but you're not actually able to snap it onto these outer ones, like the actual quarter versions. So I'm figuring that's probably some sort of bug right now. It's definitely gonna get fixed at some point. You can't even snap like the quarter versions onto them either. Like, you can snap them like this, like that, but you can't snap them going up like that. Whereas, let me just show you a quick example. Also, it doesn't seem like you can snap the actual normal versions onto it either, so that's definitely gotta be a bug. There's no chance that that's supposed to be that way. But yeah, just like this, you know, you were actually able to go ahead and snap railings and stuff onto the sides of these. I don't seem to be able to. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, you were able to do this before, but obviously you're not able to do that onto these. Like I said, it's probably a bug. It's probably gonna get fixed. But yeah, just in general, like, you know, you can do some cool stuff, like just having the little kind of half railings right here to create like a tiny little area right there. And then obviously on the inside, I'm a big fan of the actual, you know what? I never switched this one over. That looks miles better already. Damn. This is the Frontier skin set, by the way. But yeah, instead of having like a massive, like, you know, full size stairs, you can just have like a small stairs like this, which I have to say is like way more aesthetic. I mean, this looks a whole lot better than, let me just do the exact same thing on this side. I mean, like, would you rather have this or this? This looks so much better. And obviously right here, I've incorporated in the half railing and then also the half pillar just to kind of fill in that gap. But yeah, this is like, you know, this is big and it's like a massive stairs. This is just way better. I don't know. This is way cooler. I definitely really, really like that compared to the alternative that we had before. So yeah, just so many tiny little like things that you can do by just having all these new structures. And obviously, you know, right here, we've actually got the upside down shallow sloped wall, and that kind of fills in that tiny little gap. I was trying to do something here with like the chimney, making this bit stone, but it looked a bit weird. I mean, that looks a bit better, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely looks very, very strange. And obviously the trim going around the whole building probably doesn't look super great. Honestly, before, here's what we could actually do. And again, you can't do this on the new structures either. So yeah, let me just see. How do I do it? I have to point there, kind of do that. I probably won't be able to do there because that's like a different one. But yeah, we were able to do this before to have that like extra trim coming out, which actually is a lot shallower than the actual the stone quarter railing. So yeah, honestly, maybe doing this still could be pretty cool. Can we do like an extra bit? I can snap it off of this one actually. It doesn't snap on to these though. I've already tried. Like, I'm looking directly at that. I'm hitting a bunch of snap points. Like, it doesn't work, but you could snap it off of normal railings to get that same effect for the moment before they fix it. But yeah, Anyway, pretty cool. Yeah, just in general, lots of really cool changes here. Some stuff that we could manage before, but it's just going to be a whole lot easier to do them now that we actually have their own dedicated pieces. And yeah, I don't know. I think that this stuff is really, really cool. So we actually also have a couple new thatch structures as well. We don't have any gates, but we now have some really cool thatch pillars, which I have to say look amazing. Let me just show you these. Like, they look really, really cool, and they definitely suit normal like wood style as well. They're almost like made out of like bamboo, it almost looks like. But we also have the railings, which I almost thought was this, but that's the foundation support. Let's get rid of that. The railing, I believe, is this, and I haven't actually seen this new design. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's such a shame that it's on thatch though, because that's really nice. Yeah, this is perfect style for like a little beach resort or something. That's awesome looking. Yeah, I really, really like that, man. That's amazing. And the pillars are cool too. I mean, like, look at that. Damn. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. We've got like a massive list of thatch structures here. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything else that's like super worth showing off? Because yeah, obviously there's a lot of them there. I think we have thatch ramps. I'm not sure if we had those before. Like, I feel like we might not have had ramps before. We definitely had... Oh yeah, I don't think we had this. Did we have those before? I don't think we did. Did we have thatch stairs? I don't even remember, man. I have no idea. I don't think that existed before. Like, here's the thing. I move on from thatch so fast that I don't even know if this stuff was in the game before. I don't think they were, but they might have been. I have no idea. We've also got, like, the quarter versions of all these guys as well. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah. I don't know. Thatch might be making a comeback here, lads. Like, this is, That's looking pretty cool. I mean, maybe not the actual foundations and the roof pieces, but all the other pieces look amazing. I might have to start using that stuff. Yeah. Either that or we just maybe come up with like an actual thatch skin that you can just add onto like stone or something to make it look like thatch, although it's stone. That might have to be a new addition to my mod, Vanilla with Sprinkles. Download it. We've got lots of new features on the way very, very soon. But yeah, it's really nice to have all these extra missing pieces in the thatch tier, because obviously, you know, with thatch, the main thing is it's just going to be your little 2x2 at the very beginning, and then you're going to quickly move on to wood and stone and all the other stuff. But it is definitely nice to see that people can now be creative with thatch, and I have to say, like, the structures look so cool. They look really, really good. Better than the wood tier, I think. This looks a whole lot better. I mean, you could combine the two of them anyway, and they would look really awesome. But yeah, that's awesome. I like that. I mean, like, look at that. Like, I can't get over it. This looks so much better. What is this crap? Get out of here. You're better as Frontier. Look at that. Ooh. That's nice. So I think at this stage, considering the fact that we've just gotten some new structures, and I'm thankful for them, I definitely think there are some other gaps in terms of building that we need to address, and this is one of them. We really need some sort of piece that can go right here, because now that we have these quarter pieces, we can actually do a peaked roof in the middle of one foundation. So you could have your building being like 3 or 5 or 7 wide or whatever, with, you know, just a peaked up roof in the middle. The only issue is we don't have a piece for here. Nothing goes there, unfortunately. So yeah, we definitely need that. And then also, while we're at it, we might as well add something for here as well. I don't know what the hell you would even call it. Maybe like a peak and then a shallow peak. I have no idea. They could even include these pieces on the actual structure itself if they want to, but probably not. But yeah, I don't know. We need something for here. I mean, like, nothing fits there, obviously. You know, this doesn't fit here, and there's no sort of like variation to it. So yeah, I don't know. We need that wildcard. While we're at it, like, why not perfect it? This is probably the only other thing I can think that they could possibly add to the game to improve it. And also, if they added this piece, then you could flip that upside down and create like a cool diamond shape as well. So yeah, I don't know. Definitely, we need this. We definitely need something like this in the game. Something that we've definitely been waiting for is the egg incubator. It's finally here. We don't have to wait till Genesis Part 2 to actually finally have this. So yeah, this is something that, of course, is part of the Genesis Part 2 thing. In fact, where is the engram? Let's see. Egg. Oh, it's actually just in the island base set now. It's not even in Genesis Part 2. Yeah, look at that. It's not there, and obviously it's not in Part 1 either. But yeah, that's really cool. Let's see. So yeah, it's level 89, which I think is the same level that you get. Let me see. Let's just have it filtered by absolutely everything. So we're going to have bulbs, tall tales on here as well. Level 89, I do believe. Yeah. So we have the embryo incubator, which you need bulbs, tall tales for. And now we obviously have the egg incubator. In terms of price, the egg incubator is significantly cheaper in some aspects, but not others. So if you're not familiar with the egg incubator, what you can do with this thing is you can chuck up to 10 eggs onto the inside. And obviously, if you have it powered, you're going to be able to actually see the stats by looking at each of the slots. So if we had one here, we'd be able to see the stats above it. So we're looking at this one right here. We can see what that baby has. It's got no mutations. And obviously, we can see which of the base stats it has from its parents. And let's say that those stats aren't the ones that we want. We could actually go ahead and just destroy the egg to get rid of it completely. But if we do want to actually go ahead and hatch it, we can do a couple things to help that out. So let's see. See that little like white line on the temperature control? We need to basically match that to the green. So let's add 10 on. We're a little bit too much there. So let's maybe remove, let's see, decrease temperature. Let's remove it by 2 and we're right on target. So we have a 20% incubation boost onto it. So it's going to incubate a little bit faster, which is awesome. And it's also going to tell you how long it's going to take. So having this in the game at this stage is, you know, it's definitely appreciated. I would have appreciated it a little bit sooner, but better late than never. And obviously Genesis Part 2 is coming out probably in 2032, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that. So yeah, it's nice that they added this into the base game, and you know, it's just really great to have it again because it looks awesome as well. But you can also use this to actually look at the stats, I believe, on creatures that can gestate, so you can just do that. And if you have any creatures around that gestate the actual baby on the inside, then you can see whether or not they have some good stats. But you could also just use the egg incubator or the embryo incubator to find out all that stuff as well, instead of wasting your time on this if you don't have all the materials for it. But yeah, so one really cool extra little detail is that wild dinos and tame dinos, in fact, will look around curiously, and I think that's what we were just seeing right there. Did you see the way the parasaur was walking in a straight line, but it was turning its head and looking around instead of just walking forward the way they usually do? Now he's going into the ocean for some reason. So normally dinos will actually just turn their head if they're going to be turning direction. But yeah, I guess in the case is now they might just start turning their head around as they're walking straight forward. Like right there, that's normal. But let's see if he'll do it. Oh, right there, look at that. Look, it's walking in a straight line and it's turning its head. It's like looking around. Yeah, that's just like that extra little bit of immersion that I definitely appreciate. So yeah, wild and tame dinos will do that, and then wild dinos have the option to potentially play an emote occasionally. So yeah, I guess potentially we might see them doing like their imprint emote or any other emotes that they have, and these will just randomly happen. I haven't seen it happen currently, but yeah, I'm gonna assume that it just is like a random thing that is very, very low chance. But any sort of like outside factor, like a creature running at them or anything like that, that will make them react, obviously. But you know, they should just randomly do their emotes. And again, I'm not seeing it at all. But what I am seeing is the curiosity, and that's pretty cool. This is all from somebody's mod, and they've actually credited them in the patch notes, so that's awesome. If they paid them for the idea as well, that's going to be really cool. I have no idea, so yeah, I don't know if it's just more than the credit. Anyway, so yeah, just in general, guys, the 5.5 update is here. There's a couple more things coming soon enough, I believe. We have, you know, we have Ragnarok coming. We have a couple new creatures with that as well. And yeah, you know what? We might see some extra little additions and updates to all of the building additions and everything. So yeah, hopefully that all comes soon enough. And hopefully there will be some more Syntac videos soon as well. Thank you for pairing with me. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit.